Ulcinj is a town on the southern coast of Montenegro and capital of the eponymous municipality. It has an urban population of 10,707, the majority being Albanians. As one of the oldest settlements in the Adriatic coast, it was founded in 5th century BC. It was captured by Romans in 163 BC, until then ruled by Illyrians. With the division of the Roman Empire, it became part of the Byzantine Empire. During Middle Ages it was under Slavic rule and later under Baltic rule. In 1405 became part of Republic of Venice and in 1571 part of Ottoman Empire. Ulcinj was ceded to the Principality of Montenegro in 1880. Ulcinj is a famous destination for tourists because of its long beach, Lakeshas, Ada Bojana Island and for its 2 millennia-old Ulcinj Castle. Ulcinj is also the center of the Albanian community in Montenegro. Name: early historian Livy mentioned it, as did Pliny the Elder, who mentioned it as Ulcinium, its old name Colchinium, founded by Colchis. Ptolemy mentions the city as Greek Ulcinion. The name, through late Roman, became Slavic Ulcinj, Italian, Dulcinur and Turkish, Algun. Geography. Neighborhoods. Karşıyaka is a neighborhood and town center which connects the old and new parts. In 2009 it was reconstructed, with the asphalt being changed into set and the water and electrical system were changed. The neighborhood has some 200 shops. It has an oriental atmosphere. There are 2 mosques located in this area, the Namazjahu Mosque and Kripazari Mosque. History. Antiquity. Ulcinj is an ancient seaport. The wider area of Ulcinj has been inhabited since the Bronze Age, based on dating of Illyrian tombs found in the village of Zogaj, in the vicinity of Ulcinj. The town is believed to have been founded in the 5th century BC by colonists from Colchis, as mentioned in the 3rd century BC poem by Apollonius of Rhodes. Illyrians lived in the region at the time, as there are traces of immense Cyclopean walls still visible in the old citadel. In the pre-medieval period, Ulcinj was known as one of the pirate capitals of the Adriatic Sea. This is also seen during the later period of Illyrian kingdom. Inhabitants of Ulcinj were known before time of Christ, especially from 20 BC to around 300 AD, to be very confrontational to those who were foreigners to the land. They were especially meticulous about border disputes as well. Roman. In 163 BC, the Romans captured Colchinium from the Illyrian tribe of Ulciniates and renamed the town Ulcinium after the tribe. Under Roman rule the town received the status of Oppidum Civium Romanorum, only to be later granted municipium status. A section of the refortification can be distinguished from the Illyrio-Greek by the rustication of the walls. After the division of the Roman Empire, Ulcinj became a part of the Byzantine province of Prevalus and the population converted to Christianity. From medieval times, and quite likely earlier, it was regarded as an important trading and maritime center and still maintained the status of city autonomy. Medieval period and South Slavic rule. In the 9th century, it was in the Dyrrhachium theme of the Byzantine Empire. In 1010, Tsar Samuel of Bulgaria failed to conquer the town during the war against the Byzantines. By 1040, Archon Stefan Vojislav conquered the region. In 1183, Grand Prince Stefan Nemanja conquered Ulcinium and the town prospered as one of the most significant coastal towns. Ulcinj remained in Nemanjic hands in the kingdom and empire, and after the death of Emperor Dušan, the region, known as Lower Zeta, was under the supervision of Gospodin Zarko, a voivode of Emperor Euros the Weak until his death in 1360. Zakar's lands were then held by the Ulcinj family. Under Ulcinj control, Ulcinj continued to be an important town and also minted coins. The Ulcinj Tower in the upper part of the old town was built by the Zetans in the late 14th century. Venetian and Ottoman rule. In 1405 the Venetians conquered the town. Under Venetian control, the city was renamed Ulcinj in Italian, and it was incorporated in the Albania Veneta. The Venetians maintained control until 1571, when the Ottoman Turks conquered Ulcinj and the remainder of Albania Veneta. It remained within the Ottoman domain for over 300 years, during which time its far-reaching reputation as a lair of pirates was established. Initially, this band of buccaneers comprised about 400 North Africans and Maltese corsairs, but before long many others was involved. Albanians, Turks and a certain number of Serbs. Romantic stories are legion. At first they used small galleys, but they progressed to galleons built in the local shipyard. Their leaders, who achieved notoriety throughout the eastern Mediterranean, included the Karamanzolu brothers, Lika Seni, Ali Hoxha and Eliusihalia. With the objective of causing maximum confusion, the galleons would frequently change flags at sea. After a successful attack, the pirates would celebrate with a roistering party on Rana, boiling oriental halva in great cauldrons stirred with an oar. Oars were used to divvy up the plundered treasure, especially from Venetian, but also Austro-Hungarian, Greek and sometimes Turkish ships. A flourishing black slave trade arose through the port of Tripoli and involved the export of North African adults and children, some as young as 2 or 3 years old, who were either sold on or put to work on their owners' lands as ships. There were over 100 slave houses in Ulcinj, with the main square serving as the local slave market. It can still be seen in the old town. It has been claimed that in 1571 the Spanish writer Cervantes was at first imprisoned in the vaults along the market, after he was wounded in the Battle of Lepanto and captured by the pirates. There may be some poetic license in this detail, as its Vetistef and any number of luminaries may have slept there. When Lika Seni destroyed a ship full of pilgrims en route to Mecca, the Sultan put a large reward on his head. Then he put an even bigger reward on the head of a Greek pirate called Lembo. Lika vanquished Lembo, pocketed the reward and was given the title of captain by the Sultan. Some North Africans came to Ulcinj not as slaves but of their own volition. Ritual dances would be performed on a part on Rana known as Arabian Field. They danced to an amalgam of Balkan and African music, which in time developed into the exotic Sharavali, a version which is still around. A few families of African descent remain today. In the 17th century, a self-proclaimed Jewish messiah named Sabbatai Zevi caused turmoil throughout the Turkish Empire with his evangelizing, which attracted thousands of followers. He was eventually captured and exiled to Ulcinj in 1666, where he died quietly 10 years later. He was buried in the courtyard of a Muslim house which is still preserved as a mausoleum, along with 2 Jewish altars in the Ulcinj Tower. In 1867, Ulcinj became a casa of the Iskodrosanjak of Rumeli. After the Congress of Berlin in 1878, borders between Montenegro and the Ottoman Empire were redrawn, with Ulcinj becoming part of Montenegro. Although prepared to cede Plav, Guzanj and the Albanian villages of Gruda, Hoti and Kastrata, Turkey still wanted to retain Ulcinj. Despite armed Albanian resistance against this decision, Montenegro, supported by Gladstone and others from Western Europe, resisted, and on 30 November 1880 the town became de jure part of the Montenegro, which achieved recognition, but de facto only in 1881 after great powers' occupation. Population. Ulcinj is the administrative center of Ulcinj municipality, which has a population of 19,921. The town of Ulcinj itself has a population of 10,707. Ulcinj municipality is the center of the Albanian community in Montenegro. It is the only municipality in Montenegro where Albanians form the majority with 70.66%. In Ulcinj municipality can be found several different folk costumes. The costume worn by Albanians in Ulcinj, the costume worn by Albanians in Field of Anomali, the Bragasaur, Sistan, Malsaur, Goran and Montenegrin costumes. Ethnicity, mother tongue and religion. The majority ethnic group in Ulcinj are Albanians, followed by South Slavic nations and Roma people. The largest spoken language is Albanian and the major religion is Islam. Since the creation of the town, Ulcinj's main ethnic groups were Illyrians, Albanians, South Slavs with a large number of black people, population by ethnicity, population by mother tongue, population by religion. International relations. Twin towns, sister cities. Ulcinj is twinned with tourism. Ulcinj is a popular tourist destination in summer. In January 2010, the New York Times ranked the South Coast region of Montenegro, featuring Veliki Plaza, Ada Bojana, and the Hotel Mediterranean, as one of the top 31 places to go in 2010. Although still undiscovered by many travelers from larger countries, repeat tourists and an increasing amount of first-time visitors make Ulcinj a hot spot for vacationers between the months of May and September. It is most famous for its sandy beaches, which are considered the most beautiful in Montenegro. The most valuable resource of the Ulcinj Riviera is Veliki Plaza, which is a 12 kilometers long stretch of sandy beach and the longest beach on the Montenegrin coast. There is a small pebble beach called Ladies Beach, which folk tradition holds to have qualities conducive to fertility. There is also a beach called Mala Plaza, which is much smaller in size, but is located in the center of town and very popular with visitors. The Corso, as it is called by locals, is a promenade which separates a street lined with coffee shops from Mala Plaza. At night during the summer months, the Corso is pedestrianized and families and young people gather. There are many more or less known smaller beaches that serve as getaways from the main tourist areas. Ulcinj has also a large number of religious buildings like mosques, tibbies and churches, including Pasha's Mosque, Sailor's Mosque and St. Nicholas Church. Ulcinj's Old Town, Kalaja, is a very well-preserved castle-looking community that is left over from medieval times. The Old Town sits atop a mountain overlooking the shore and is a tourist attraction on its own. Ada Bojana is popular among foreign tourists from Western Europe for its peace and unique atmosphere. A large naturist campsite is located in Ada Bojana. Sasko Lake and Ulcinj's salt pond are popular among bird watchers, because Ulcinj and its surroundings are major resting points for over 200 bird species on the migration paths. There are numerous cafes, discos, and bars that dot the city that are usually filled to capacity throughout the summer. The majority of tourists that visit Ulcinj are Albanians, Serbians, Bosniaks, Germans, Italians, and Eastern Europeans. Education, sports and recreation. The Ulcinj South Coast region is well known for its active sports, recreation possibilities and hunting, kite surfing at Ada Bojana, all manner of water sports at Veliki Plaza, scuba diving among wrecks and sunken cities, mountain biking, hiking, orienteering, cycling through the olive groves at Valdinos, long walks along the pristine beaches of the south coast of Montenegro, even deep-sea fishing on the Adriatic, lake fishing at Lake Skadar, and river fishing in Ada Bojana. Due to the fact that the favorable habitat for wildlife has excellent conditions of hunting tourism, this place is the haven of a mythological hunting in Rechenschenkel. Most common wildlife are woodcock, hare, wild boar, and ducks. The beautiful attraction with flora and fauna in Ulcinj makes it an unforgettable journey in hunting activities. List of sport clubs in Ulcinj. Climate. Ulcinj has a Mediterranean climate, with mild, very rainy winters and hot, humid summers with afternoon thunder showers. Unlike Podgorica, temperatures very rarely exceed 35 degrees Celsius and seldom drop below 0 degrees Celsius. Transport. Ulcinj is connected with the rest of Montenegro by a two-lane highway. It is connected with other coastal towns by the Adriatic motorway. Reaching inland is made possible by detouring from the Adriatic motorway at Budva Sutomor. As of today, there are no airports in the city of Ulcinj. However, nearby airports in Tivat and Podgorica are both around 70 kilometers away. There are regular flights to Belgrade and Zurich from Tivat. Podgorica Airport has regular flights to major European destinations throughout the year. Many tourists traveling to Ulcinj from abroad arrive to the city from the airport in Tivat due to its recent renovations and general ease of navigation. People. Notable people who lived in Ulcinj or its surroundings: Miguel de Cervantes, Spanish writer; Gjon Buzukus, Catholic priest who wrote the first known printed book in Albanian; Pejata Gjoka, actor and people's artist of Albania; John VIII, Archbishop of Antivari; Adrian Lufdurage, singer; and Doc Martini, painter; Alex Rudic, Albanian-American mobster; Kaplan Burovic, dissident, poet, albanologist; Rade Tovladijak, Serbian comic book artist; Mujo Ulcinakus, Albanian officer and a people's hero of Albania; Milos Vukovic, Yugoslav partisan and hero of Yugoslavia; Boza Milicevic, Yugoslav communist; Sabati Zevi, Izmir-born mystic, founder of the Jewish Sabbatian movement; Nikola Nizradikovic, one of the pioneers of chalkography technique; Andre Nikolaidis, Montenegrin writer; Janko Nilovic, Montenegrin pianist and composer.